Kalm, your half-assed reporter, the guy on the bike. Special shout out to our viewers in Windsor, Ontario, London, England, Northern Louisiana, and Bogota. Tonight, we're gonna drop in here to the VITO SCHNABEL Project. Take a look at some paintings by Gus Van Sant. Boy, it's loud. Well, I was interested in coming by and looking at this show. Oh, hey, there's Julian. I guess like a lot of people coming of age in the 90s and the early aughts, I saw at least a couple of Gus Van Sant's movies. I particularly liked Drugstore Cowboy with Matt Dillon and Private Idaho, my own Private Idaho. Well, we'll try to start out here looking at this piece. It's untitled Hollywood Boulevard 4, 2018. 66 inches. One of the things that intrigued me when I read about the show in the New York Times over the weekend was that it's like Gus makes these paintings with watercolor on raw linen. So I'm wondering if he has to lay these down and work on them flat. This is entitled Hollywood number 14. Saying I was interested in seeing these large watercolors, and yeah, I can see on some of this he's got some kind of white, maybe that's deck white. Strangely, oh, always love the dogs. I was thinking that I've been in New York about 40 years now, and I'm starting to see rerun of the cycles. Now, VITO's gallery here is actually west of Soho, but there's a whole new enclave of galleries that are opening in SoHo and Tribeca. And I think one of the first shows that I saw when I got to New York was a show by his dad at Mary Boone. It's Hollywood number 12, 84 by 66. So I guess all of these are about 7 by 5.5 feet. I was talking about the cycles repeating, and SoHo and Tribeca have become another new art enclave. Also, I'm looking at this and it's kind of making me think of some of the Trans-Avantgarde painters that were also coming on the scene about 1980. They had some Germans that were also working with a lot of water-based paint. Gosh, is that the observatory that James Dean is running around and rebel without a cause. I don't know, it's interesting. I'm spending a little bit of time out in Los Angeles, and I can see that Gus has kind of picked out some of the local landmarks. This one, Untitled Hollywood 17. Also, I mentioned that one of my favorite movies by Gus was Drugstore Cowboy, and well, we've seen Matt Dillon kind of coming out into the New York painting scene, art scene. And this is nice because this is one of the pieces where he's got some nice bold contrast. Another feature of the watercolor is that you really have to keep everything fresh. And boy, these shots of ultramarine blue are nice. But this stuff could turn muddy real easy. Oh gosh, it looks like he's almost got some charcoal or pencil scribbles in there. I was also wondering about whether or not he was going to be able to use the beige color, natural color of the linen, or whether he was going to be using white linen. Most of the images involve these nude giants. Maybe this guy is running along the 410, tromping on cars. I also like the way that he's varying his use of the absorbent surface. So some places it's obviously wet and the paint fades out, and then other places he's using thicker, more of a dry brush technique. I was just talking about Matt Dillon. There he is. This is Untitled Hollywood. I was just having a little discussion with a young lady viewer. I asked her what she thought, and she thought that Gus had made some very beautiful paintings. She thought he was especially good with his buns, but that he had a hard time painting the hands and feet. Well, my take is that you could say the same thing about 90% of the painters in New York. was kind of wondering about how Gus's experience, techniques, and kind of habits of looking through a camera, cropping shots for movies would affect the way that he would lay out his compositions. This is Hollywood #1. These edges of the stains, and I just finished reading the 9th Street Women's book, and they spent a lot of time talking about Helen Frankenthaler and her breakthroughs with the stain painting. Gus is someone that's kind of working on that whole tradition in his own way. This is Hollywood 17. And again, I like this one because it's got some stronger contrasts. One of the other questions that the young lady I was talking to was wondering about was, what is this fixation with all the cars? And well, I said that if you live in LA, about half of your life is going to be spent in a car. Oh, there's Jeffrey Deitch. Probably the most classical piece out of the entire show. And his kind of brushy, dark puddle that is his hair could also be read as laurels. Like Narcissus or somebody, some Greek god. This is a nice section. Oh, and he's gone in with some white overpainting. I don't know whether that's deck white, china white, gesso. Kalm reporting on Gus Van Sant, recent Paintings Hollywood Boulevard, here at the VITO SCHNABEL Project, 43 Clarkson Street, west of Soho. You can like to subscribe, link it up to your social media sites, and you can leave your thoughts, ideas, comments, criticisms, and reviews below. We just ask you, as always, in our 15th